Oh, they killed your husband.
Leave it in, huh?
We've got deadlines, Tiffany.
All right, 10 seconds.
Just take a deep breath. You'll be fine. Don't worry, you're going to be fine.
5,
Please,
4,
quiet.
3,
Be quiet.
2.
Good afternoon. This is Tiffany Hill reporting to you live from the Port Charles Hotel, where dignitaries are gathering for the presentation of a special award from the World Peace Organization, honoring Port Charles' own fallen hero, Frisco Jones. We're very fortunate to have with us his wife today, a special hero herself, Mrs. Jones. Felicia, welcome. You seem a little nervous, are you?
Yes, I'm very nervous.
I think that's perfectly understandable with all this excitement. Also with Mrs. Jones, we have our own station's Colton Shore, who I understand had a lot to do with cracking this terrorist ring. I understand that your military service played a large part in this. Is that true?
Well, yes, somewhat. But I think the audience would be more interested in hearing about the man we've come to honor here today. Felicia?
Well, I'm very proud of him.
I think you should be proud of him. You know, most of us had the pleasure of knowing your late husband. Do you think that he would be pleased with this award?
Oh, look, isn't Colton the most handsome thing in all the world? Well, at least he's here. You know, I could just kill Tony for responding to that call at the hospital. Aunt Charlene, Tony is the one that should be interviewed by Tiffany. He is Frisco's brother, you know. But it was Colton and Felicia that trapped the terrorists now. You know, Frisco and Tony have a lot in common. They're both dedicated to saving the world. I wonder if Tiffany would like me to speak for Tony. Excuse me.
Do you really think I did all right?
You were perfect. Everything you said was just right. And this is the hard part. The easy part. And look who's here. Looks like you're about to meet the biggies.
You all right?
You're holding up rather well, honey. I'd like to introduce you to some friends of mine. Felicia Jones, Colton Shore. This is Mr. Lewis Holden, president of the World Peace Organization.
It's a great honor to meet both of you.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
And I also want you to meet a very good friend of mine, General Tom Castle.
Sir.
Pleasure to meet you both. Sean says we could save the taxpayers a lot of money by drafting you two and releasing an entire brigade. Now, I want you to know, you and your husband, young lady, have performed an enormous service for the world. Now, I know you may have lost your husband, Mrs. Jones, but all of you have saved many, many lives.
And we're going to be all smiles today, right? Because if both of us tear up there, these two gentlemen are going to be embarrassed. After all, they've asked me to represent the WSB.
I think you should know that Frisco felt that he owed a lot to Sean and Anna.
Well, a number of us owe a lot to Sean and Anna. The trouble is, most of the information is still classified.
Excuse me, but they've said we should get the dais party seated so the ceremonies can begin.
I would like to arrange that Colton to sit up on the stage.
Yes,
Felicia,
Just
sir, thank you.
You know, somehow you feel that your life hasn't been wasted. It's been meaningful in some way. I don't know.
Oh, don't get heavy on me now.
Oh, I'm not me heavy. Are you kidding me? I just wonder if Robert's going to make it.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
Oh, come on. Now, when are you two ever going to bury that hatchet? Huh? No, I'm sorry. I said that. No,
love to
no,
bury
I know. Well, maybe, I hope Duke makes it, but...
You will.
Yeah.
He's just got to finish some business in New York.
What do you want me to do?
I don't want you to do anything. It's obvious you're not going to put your arms around me and make me happy about this, or comfort me or hold me in any way.
Yeah, you can bet on that.
It's obvious you couldn't care less about me. I don't need or want financial help from you. I've got plenty of money. You don't ever have to see the baby again. You can go back to Anna. You can have your warm little house and your nice little life.
Well, you shut up for 1 minute and let me think.
Think about what? Don't even think about me having an abortion, because I'm going to have this baby. Do you understand that? It will be my baby, not yours, mine. If I can't have you, I will have a little part of you.
Oh.
No, scruffy. It is for us the living to be dedicated to the cause they so nobly advanced. Those words were spoken by Abraham Lincoln. I'm sure that Frisco Jones would agree. I'm Sean Donnelly, and it is my honor to represent the World Security Bureau this afternoon. I was once head of that organization for more years than I care to remember, and also to host today's ceremony for the World Peace Organization. I knew and loved Frisco Jones like a younger brother. But if you're expecting a eulogy from me today, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Eulogies are for tears. And when I drift back in my memories and think of Frisco, the most important thing that comes to mind is his laughter, his rather contagious laughter. He was a man who loved living, loved life, loved to laugh. And he used to say to me, Sean, there are three things in life that matter, really matter. God, human folly, and laughter. Now, for most of us, the first two are very, very hard to understand. But the last one, I think we can all survive with that, and that's laughter. In my memories, I also hear another voice that laughed with Frisco, a lighter voice, the voice of his wife, Felicia, who was as close to me as if she were my own. And after all, I did give her hand in marriage to Frisco. Now, it is her wish and hope that today is going to be a celebration of life and laughter that her husband highly valued. A lot of us in this room have favorite stories about Frisco, and I'm sure we'll be bantering those back and forth for many years to come. But today, it's not for us. It's for the woman who knew him better than any of us ever could. And it's my great pleasure to introduce her to you now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Felicia Jones.